good, YouTube? Jay Jones in the building. And hey, today, NBA players that slept with their teammates' wives, it's all alleged. And I'm going to keep it a beam. Why are we showing LeBron? Video ain't even started yet. I got it paused and we showing the king. You got the king on here. Hoops with a Z.
Many athletes who crossed that line. Here are NBA players who allegedly
Melo.
had an affair with
I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this.
their teammates' wives.
Bring up Lala.
Shaquille O'Neal. One of the
Shaquille?
most infamous cases involves Shaquille O'Neal, who was known for his charm on the court and his serial cheater reputation off of it. In 2010, Shaq's wife, Shawnee, accused him of having an affair with Laura Govan, who was engaged to NBA player Gilbert Arenas and
I
mother
have
to
heard
his
that,
children.
though.
As
Yeah.
teammates, NBA players often share a sense of camaraderie and bro code that generally
me that.
discourages getting involved with other people's wives.
Let's talk about the blocks, though. I know. Hey, I know. I know we talking. I got you. What about that block, though?
However, that unspoken
Defensive
code was
menace.
broken in 2011 when Shaq's alleged affair with Laura came to light. Laura and Gilbert had been together since 2002 and shared a life for over a decade. The scandal came to light after explicit emails between Shaq and Laura surfaced. Laura attempted to dismiss the emails as fake and vehemently denied having an intimate relationship with Shaq as his feet were too big and disturbing. But her claims didn't get much traction, especially with Shawnee, who quickly took action. Not long after these rumors began making headlines, Shawnee filed for divorce. Apart from the impacts this affair had on Shaq and Shawnee's relationship, Arenas, too, faced horrible instances. One instance was when fans used the highly disturbing news to distract him from scoring.
I'm at the free throw line. Right? He said, oh, good ones, right? And all I heard was, Shaq.
Oh, see, I don't even remember that.
The bad part, there was two kids behind the bench doing this. Hey, man. Yo, I damn near.
Now, Gil, a real brother. Being able to talk about it, that's how you know he healed for real. Me, I'm pissed. Look, F them kids did what? 30 years later,
Like, it was like, yo, what the fuck?
them kids ain't have to do all that.
Backboard.
Eventually, Laura
Me too.
patched things
Hell
up
yeah.
with Gilbert,
I
but
promise
things
I wouldn't
later went
miss.
haywire in 2014 when the couple called off their engagement, putting an end to their 12-year on-and-off relationship. Going back to Shaq, his history with relationships has been colorful, to say the least, so the affair with Laura, while shocking, didn't come as a complete surprise to fans who knew about his reputation. It only added to his already controversial romantic history. Throughout his career, Shaq was open about his struggles with fidelity. He once reflected on this behavior in his memoir, Shaq Uncut, The Story. In the book, he discussed his inability to resist temptation, attributing it to constant attention from women during his prime. The memoir also touches on his divorce from Shawnee. He admitted that while he did stray from the marriage, he never did it disrespectfully. Meanwhile, Shawnee, in her memoir, Undefeated, revealed that she had a heart-to-heart conversation with the basketballer about their separation a few years after it, where he admitted that cheating for him is an ego boost. She writes that every fling was a conquest for him. Moving on, there's the news of Indiana Pacers stars, Paul George and Roy Hibbert.
Why you know Paul George, y'all know I mess with PG. Lately he been kind of, he on his pod, he been kind of chilling. But PG, prime PG, I was talking that. Don't ruin this for me.
Paul George.
shouldn't
In
watch this
2014, the Indiana Pacers faced a shocking defeat in Game 1 of their Eastern Conference semifinal playoff series against the Washington Wizards. The Pacers, which had been a dominant force from the start of the season, suddenly looked like a
Hey,
team in
hold
free
on.
fall. Now, this loss was later attributed to two superstars in the team caught in an infidelity controversy. A report by a page called Baller Alert that year alleged that a follower informed them about an alleged affair going on between all-star wingman Paul George and center Roy Hibbert's wife. The report claimed that George was caught sleeping with Hibbert's wife, creating a rift in the locker room. The controversy reportedly affected Hibbert's performance,
remember
with
this
many
one.
pointing to his struggle on the court that postseason as the worst stretch of his career. Allegedly, Paul and Hibbert's wife had been exchanging messages on Instagram for some time before they ended up getting intimate. Hibbert found out about the affair when his wife, overcome with guilt, confessed the affair to him. The fallout was especially
Hold on,
painful,
huh?
as Paul and Hibbert were reportedly close friends, but the fallout of the infidelity didn't
That's what happened to the Pacers the whole time?
didn't end with the two players and their match with the
Man,
Wizards.
there's only
It
a
was
couple
also said
things
to
that
have
take
contributed
homies
to an
out.
altercation between
The
two other
same
patients,
chicks?
Lance Stevenson and Eva
Chicks
Turner,
and
during
money.
the team's first-round series
No
against
bull.
the Atlanta Hawks in
No bull.
2014. During a practice, Lance, who had been shouldering a lot of blame for the team's struggles, reportedly lost his patience and called out Roy Hibbert in front of everyone. This remark angered Evan, who confronted Lance for airing such a sensitive issue in front of the team, leading to a physical altercation between the two.
And we kind of like a little tussling a little bit. And I think I kind of like slapped something again. So when I turn around, he's like, don't do that no more. So like when he put his finger in my face, swipe, we grab each other's throat, scratch me. I got like duper scratch, not like little scratch, like duper scratch.
This is not the first time Paul is rumored to be involved in this kind of issue. Months before the incident involving Hibbert's partner, Paul was reportedly caught in 2 other scandals. One story alleged that he impregnated a Miami stripper while he was dating Callie Rivers, the daughter of NBA coach Doc Rivers. While sleeping with a teammate's wife is bad enough, getting involved with your coach's girl crosses a whole new line. Andrew Bynum. But that's what happened in 2014 when Andrew Bynum was reportedly caught having an affair with Christina Anderson, the fiancée of Jamal Mosley, his assistant coach at the time. Before then, the Cleveland Cavaliers announced that Andrew had been suspended for conduct detrimental to the team, barring him from participating in any team-related basketball
That's why he got
activities.
blackballed.
The statement left fans and media speculating, as no official details were provided. After his suspension ended, he was given paid leave by the Cavs with the statement that the team had been frustrated by Bynum's play this season.
There you go.
And he has
Ain't the
now
play.
been excused.
It's the
from
other
basketball
play. It wasn't the basketball play. It was the other play that he was playing with. It was the play, not the basketball play.
Shortly after, however, the cheating rumor surfaced. The information was provided by an anonymous source who claimed to be the wife of a Cavalier player and was able to confirm the details of Mosley's wife and Andrew's affair. The report suggests that the two had been engaged in a relationship before being caught. Jamal Mosley's wife has stayed silent on matters, which neither proves or disproves her guilt. Andrew didn't leave much of an impact in Cleveland, playing in only 24 games, averaging 8.4 PPG and 5.3 RPG. But this incident left much more of a mark. Of course, the Cavaliers tried to squash the rumor, releasing a team statement saying, "Please be advised that the report on your website involving Cavaliers center Andrew Bynum, Cavaliers assistant coach Jamal Mosley, and his fiancée is entirely not true." It's no surprise that the Cavs would deny it, even if it was true. If you were running a team, would you want a story like that leaking out? Even some of the biggest stars like Tony Parker were not immune to scandal. Tony Parker. Just 2 weeks after Tony Parker signed a $50 million contract extension in 2010, his wife, Eva Longoria, filed for divorce,
I can't remember this, though.
irreconcilable differences. The move surprised many, as the couple had been married for only 3 years and seemed like a match made in heaven. But that's not the whole story. Just days after Eva Longoria filed for divorce, reports surfaced that the reason behind her decision was Tony Parker's alleged affair with the wife of his former San Antonio Spurs teammate, Brent Berry. Longoria revealed in an interview with Extra's Mario Lopez that she had uncovered hundreds of intimate text messages exchanged between Parker and Berry's wife, Erin. In late November 2010, Erin Berry took to her Facebook page to publicly deny any involvement with Tony Parker. She was adamant in clearing her name, stating, "I did not have an affair with Tony Parker, nor did I pursue Tony Parker." But the milk was split already, as she also filed for divorce from her husband, Brent. When the news broke, NBA Hall of Famer Rick Barry, Brent Barry's father, expressed deep disappointment. "I feel horrible for my son," Rick said in a statement to TMZ. "I'm in shock. I knew Erin was moving out of the house soon, and she was the one who filed for divorce. This is the straw that broke the camel's back." Brent is one of Rick's 5 basketball-playing sons, and arguably the most successful one, Derek Fisher. That was the
I remember
situation
this.
with Derek Fisher and Matt Barnes, who played together with the Los Angeles Lakers for a couple of seasons. During that time, Barnes was married to Gloria Govan. While their marriage was far from perfect, with their relationship experiencing ups and downs, they had a pair of twins together, which kept them somewhat together despite their troubles. A few years after Derek and Matt were teammates, and after Barnes and Gloria Govan divorced, the two former teammates found themselves in a physical altercation at Gloria's house, no less. The tension between the two had been brewing for some time, as Barnes was upset that Fisher and Gloria had started seeing each other. Although the relationship between Fisher and Gloria began after their separation, Barnes felt betrayed by the situation, leading to the infamous confrontation. Things took a turn for the worse when Barnes caught wind of the romance, and he allegedly drove to Gloria's house, which was 15 minutes away, and jumped the fence to confront Fisher. What followed was a confrontation that led to a physical altercation between the two former teammates.
So I hit him, he falls into the sliding glass door.
Okay, so you actually punch him in the face?
Yeah.
And you connect? Okay.
And hit him and knock him into the sliding glass door. And then I'm jumped on by like 3 or 4 dudes. Everyone's screaming.
The incident became widely.
Hey, yo, Fish, step outside. No, he jumped the fence and punched him in the face and then got jumped for jumping the fence?
Publicized, with Fisher and Barnes facing
media
scrutiny. Despite the drama, Fisher and Govan eventually took their relationship to the next level and married in 2021, years after
at least
the
they got
dust had
married.
settled.
Okay.
After the ugly brawl, Gloria and Fisher became involved in a custody battle over their twin sons. In the end, Barnes was granted full custody of their children, and Gloria was required to complete 26 anger management sessions and 10 parenting classes. More than 8 years after their infamous physical altercation, Matt Barnes and Derek Fisher have managed to rebuild an amicable
That's what's up.
Barnes was even happy for the couple. His primary concern has always been the well-being of his twin sons, and he claimed he went to Gloria's house to check on the kids because they seemed uncomfortable. Leandro Barbosa and Jason Richardson. In 2013, former Phoenix
no bull. The Suns coming up, you can ask any of my friends. The Suns coming up was my favorite team to watch. Steve Nash, Richardson, Barbosa, Stoudemire. For a minute, we had Joe Johnson before he got traded. Hey, like that.
Suns players Leandro Barbosa and Jason Richardson were rumored to be involved with the wife of their teammate, Steve Nash. It all began when Alejandra Amaral, Steve's then wife, gave birth in the year, and the baby was of African-American descent. This led to the controversy.
I think I'm gonna legit turn this off.
Controversial claim that the father might be one of Nash's former teammates. Initially, Leandra, who had been seen spending time with Steve in March of that year, was named the potential
Brazilian blur.
Later, the focus shifted to Jason, a former teammate of Nash in the Phoenix Spurs. The two players were teammates in Phoenix for 2 years, but their partnership fell apart in one of the worst possible ways. This controversy surrounding the birth of the baby also led to the separation of Steve and Alejandra that same day. While the news was never confirmed, it's interesting that the Phoenix Suns traded Jason to the Orlando Magic shortly after they came to light. Amidst the rumors, Alejandra spoke out to defend both her children and her family's integrity. She emphasized that Mateo, the controversial baby, was a planned addition to their family, and both she and Steve were excited to welcome him into their lives. Alejandra made it clear that Steve had been a committed and loving father to all 3 of their children, and that their separation was in no way related to the children or Mateo's paternity. She expressed a strong desire to protect her children's well-being and to correct the misinformation circulating about her family. A few years after their divorce, Steve married Leila Frederick. If it's an unwritten rule that teammates shouldn't mess around with one another's wives or girlfriends, it's beyond unwritten that the same principles apply to family members, especially a fellow teammate's mother, Delonte West. Apparently, no one told Delonte West. In 2010, there were rumors that LeBron James's former teammate, Delonte West, had an affair with the Lakers legend's mother, Gloria James. Back then, both LeBron and Delonte were playing with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Before then, the Cavs' shocking elimination from the 2010 playoffs first sparked a whirlwind of speculation. Throughout the playoffs, LeBron didn't look like himself. For the first 3 games of the season, he shot .541 from the field, and for the last 3, just .340. As a result, the Cavs lost their last chance to win a title before LeBron went to Miami. Clearly, there must be an explanation. A lot of explanations, such as his injured elbow, the fact that their opponent, the Boston Celtics, was a better team or just having an off night, were initially floated, but they were soon discarded when a more sexy reason surfaced. Allegedly, Delonte has been hooking up with Gloria James for some time, and LeBron found out during Game 4 of their match against Boston, destroying the chemistry of the teammate. This news circulated like crazy among NBA fans, but in 2012, West finally dispelled such a rumor. "It's AF-ected me. Everywhere I go. First question, don't tell me you did that," he said. West continued, "Number 1, something like that never happened. I don't know where they got that from." A decade after the incident, precisely August 2023, a video of Delonte addressing the allegations went viral. In the video, Delonte was heard saying,
"I ain't never had with nobody in my life."
His friend who was capturing the video repeated,
"Say, man, he never who? I ain't never had a with nobody in my life. I might slept with my son, but that's about it."
Interestingly, LeBron has never publicly addressed the rumor, and former NBA player John Sally agreed with LeBron that talking about it could have made the situation nasty. However, many fans believe this controversy likely marked the beginning of the end of LeBron's time in Cleveland during his first stint. Next on the list is Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen's love triangle with Madonna. Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen.
I thought what's the name was
During
on
the
Madonna.
height of the Chicago Bulls' dominance, Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen were known not only as one of the most formidable duos in NBA history, but also for their high-profile off-court lives. News has it that both Jordan and Pippen were romantically involved with pop icon Madonna at different points, which allegedly created a silent rivalry between the two. Madonna, famously known as the Queen of Reinvention, held a preference for Scottie Pippen over Michael Jordan during the height of the Chicago Bulls' success. When the team played in Los Angeles, she would reportedly send her limousine specifically for Pippen. These actions stirred envy in Jordan, leading him to express his desire to pursue Madonna for himself. During a candid moment, Jordan eventually expressed his interest in pursuing Madonna, believing he could bring her pleasure. However, Madonna firmly reassured him that such a scenario would never transpire. In addition to performance, there was another reason for Madonna's preference for Scottie over Michael. According to Johnny Bach, a former Bulls assistant coach, Michael was reportedly envious of Pippen due to rumors about Pippen's big jump. That killed Michael. You should have seen the girls Pippen had waiting for him everywhere he went. Bach said. But Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen were not the only Chicago Bulls legends linked to Madonna during their careers. Dennis Rodman, known for his unpredictable and flamboyant behavior, was also linked to the pop icon during the 1990s. During their relationship, though deemed casual, Rodman had to halt a casino game because Madonna wanted to have sex. In a 2019 appearance on The Breakfast Club, Dennis Rodman opened up about his brief but memorable fling with Madonna. He shared a story about a time when Madonna expressed a strong desire to have a baby with him. Rodman was in the middle of a casino game in Las Vegas when Madonna called, urging him to come to her right away. She even arranged his travel, flying him to New York so they could be together. Jimmy Jackson. In the mid-1990s, the feud between Jason Kidd and Jimmy Jackson, part of the 3 J's trio with Jamal Mashburn, became infamous during their time with the Dallas Mavericks. While their on-court chemistry was strained by Kidd accusing Jackson of selfish play, it was off-court drama that really escalated things. The story goes that singer Toni Braxton stopped by the Mavs hotel in Atlanta to pick up her date in the evening, Kidd, but left with Jackson instead. Kidd, who had been dating the popular singer, reportedly saw their relationship complicated by Jackson's involvement. This led Kidd to demand a trade, eventually moving to the Phoenix Suns, and Jackson followed suit a few months later. Braxton played coy when asked about the situation, fueling speculation and adding to the tension. Her cryptic comment, "I've at least heard of them, but as far as dating, whether it's true or not, I can never kiss and tell," kept the rumor mill running. Both players also consistently denied that Braxton was the cause of the rift. Jackson stated, "I don't know how many times we have to say it, it's never happened. It's ridiculous." Kidd also denied any personal involvement, saying, "I've never met her." In 2015, the 3rd J, Jamal Mashburn, attempted to set the record straight about the Kidd-Braxton love triangle. "She definitely cost me relationships with Jimmy Jackson and Jason Kidd. She's a beautiful woman, but I think it did cost us because of ego.
He coming clean, look.
Not having a lot of direction and leadership on the Dallas Mavericks at that particular time," he said during the interview. A few months later, in November 2015, Jimmy Jackson appeared on The Herd with Colin Cowherd and reflected on how some NBA players ruined their careers.
That ain't Kid Cudi. Just asking.
By getting caught up in the nightlife and chasing women.
I won't mention them, but it's been guys that couldn't let it go.
Addicted to
just going out and just the nightlife.
He said on the show, Jimmy would return to The Herd show a few months later to say that Braxton did not interfere with his relationship with Kidd.
Nothing. That's the beauty of it. So they always talk about this Toni Braxton thing. I sit there and laugh about it. And I wish it would, if it would have happened, I would have had more meat to it. I could have really patted myself on the chest and on my back and say, yeah, you know, it really did happen, but it didn't.
If you enjoyed the video, click on the card showing on your screen right now for more.
Man, some of that I knew, some of that I didn't. But I see why the Suns didn't win. I see why the Suns couldn't get it done. You can't get it done. You can't get it done under them conditions. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Hey, I can watch more of these. These are kind of interesting. Allegedly, though. Remember. Be sure to let me know what you think. And yeah, man, if y'all want me to keep watching these, be sure to suggest some videos, and I'll get at you on the next one. Peace, jerks. Y'all stay safe out here. Hey, if you hooping, just hoop. Lay low. I'm out.